Former Senator Laila de Lima survives a hostage-taking incident inside a detention center in Quezon City. Authorities seize billions worth of shabu in what was described as the biggest drug haul in the country's history. And slain broadcaster Percy Lapid has been laid to rest, but suspect in his murder remain at large. Fast, focused, and fearless, here's a roundup of stories we're watching now. I'm Riza Diaz. We begin the newscast with a failed hostage attempt involving former lawmaker Laila de Lima in Camp Crame. The incident prompted various leaders to renew their calls for her release. Here's the report.
At around 6:30 on Sunday morning, gunshots were heard at Camp Crame in Quezon City. 3 inmates identified as Arnel Cabintoy, Idang Susukan, and Feliciano Sulayaw were attempting to escape.
Andun nata lahat sila sa kay Dilima.
When one of them entered De Lima's detention facility and held her hostage. The former lawmaker was immediately rescued after police snipers neutralized the perpetrators. According to Police Chief Rodolfo Azurin, all 3 were members of the Abu Sayyaf group.
They are all ASG members. They are facing kidnapping for ransom cases and multiple illegal detention.
During his visit to De Lima, Interior Secretary Benhur Abalos said it all began during the morning food distribution when the detainees used an improvised knife to stab Police Corporal Roger Agustin. The officer sustained wounds but is now recuperating in a hospital. Abalos said they will conduct a review of Camp Crame's protocols and facilities.
Remember, this is an old facility. Luma na eh. Kung kailangan baguhin, kung kailangan ipagawa, gagawin ito.
Abalos added that De Lima was offered an option to transfer to another detention center, which she declined. Senator Risa Hontiveros also visited De Lima after the incident. And once again, she called for her release from jail, especially after a series of witness recantations.
With renewed urgency, nananawagan ako kay Presidente na gawin ang tamang aksyon ngayon na palayain si Sen Leila mula sa mga sunod-sunod na kaso laban sa kanya nung nakaraang administrasyon. Halos lahat na po ng mga importanteng testigo laban sa kanya ay nag-recant na. The case against her is lost.
Fellow former lawmakers Kiko Pangilinan and Franklin Drilon have also reiterated their call for De Lima's freedom. But Abalos explained that De Lima's release is for the courts to decide.
It's up for the courts, no? It's the court's call. But of course, the DILG and of course the PNP, we're just the caretaker here. But one thing I could assure you is that we will always work for her best interests, her safety, etc.
Officials and the De Lima's camp assured her family and supporters that she is now safe. For One News, this is Ian Suyu, News 5.
Meanwhile, authorities have seized 6.7 billion pesos worth of shabu in a buy-bust operation. DILG Chief Benhur Abalos said some 900 kilograms of shabu were confiscated in Tondo, Manila on Saturday. Among those involved in the sale of illegal drugs was an intel officer for the PNP Drug Enforcement Group. The National Police assured the public that they won't tolerate any wrongdoing even among their ranks.
Ito na siguro ang pinakamalaking paghuhuli ng droga sa kasaysayan ng ating bansa. Halos 1 toneladang droga. 990 kilograms of shabu. At ang nagkakahalaga nito about 6.7 billion.
Veteran broadcaster Percy Lapid has been laid to rest at the Manila Memorial Park in Parañaque City. Lapid was shot dead inside his vehicle in Las Piñas City last October 3 after receiving death threats. A person of interest has been unveiled with the reward for crucial leads now at 1.5 million pesos. His murder has drawn local and international attention, calling for justice and protection of media workers. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News.
Marcos Jr. as the duly elected President of the Republic of the Philippines.
You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. President Bongbong Marcos touts his achievements in his first 100 days in office. In a vlog, the president said that while he has yet to reach all of his goals for the country, he has laid down a foundation for a prosperous Philippines under his term. He also reiterated that he has picked only the best and the brightest for all appointive positions.
Nakapaglatag naman tayo sa tulong ng ating mga masisipag na kawanin ng gobyerno ng matibay na pundasyon bilang simula ng pinangako nating pagbabangon. Tiniyak nating mabigyan ng sapat na atensyon ang mga pundasyong tinuturi nating sangkap ng isang masaganang lipunan.
The president added the return to face-to-face classes is a big step in going back to normal. He said this move has also helped bring back significant economic activity.
Siyempre, ang pinakamalaking bahagi ng ating pamumuhay na naibalik sa normalidad ay yung pagbabalik ng face-to-face classes. Ito ay nagdala ng significant economic activity at stimulus, lalo na sa retail at informal vendors.
After almost 3 years into the pandemic, New Zealand has scrapped most of its COVID-19 restrictions, including mask and vaccine mandates. Let's watch this.
Today, 927 days into this pandemic, we've reached a major milestone in our journey with COVID-19. Today, Cabinet has determined that based on public health advice, we are able to remove the traffic light system, and with that decision, claim back the certainty we have all lost over the last 3 years. Cabinet has concluded that from midnight tonight, we will remove the COVID-19 protection framework, or the traffic light system, and make a number of other changes to our settings. First, you will no longer be required by government to wear a mask anywhere except in healthcare settings like hospitals, GPs, pharmacies, and aged residential care facilities. Some places, such as workplaces, special events or marae, they may ask you to wear a mask. This will be at their discretion, but no longer a government requirement. All remaining vaccine mandates, also used by government, will also now end. The only current mandates were for health and disability workers, but with high vaccination rates now coupled with high numbers of people having had the virus itself, it's now safe for them to conclude. With the removal of the vaccination mandate, it will be at an employer's discretion as to whether to require their workforces to be vaccinated. We're also ending vaccination requirements for all travellers arriving into New Zealand, including aircrew. And the changes we've made today are significant. They mark a milestone in our response. This is a time when finally, rather than feeling that COVID dictates what happens to us, our lives and our future, we take control back as we continue to drive economic activity and our recovery. This will be the first summer in 3 years where there won't be the question of what if.
Now going back here in the Philippines, one specialty store in Mandaluyong is celebrating Christmas in a sustainable way. From eco-friendly decor and handmade products to local food and drinks, Cultura's Christmas market has got you covered. Cultura has partnered with local artisans to ensure unique gift ideas for its patrons. The event will run from October 19 until October 19 at the podium.
We are showcasing handcrafted, locally sourced, giftable items from different regions in the Philippines. These are all 100% Filipino made by our local artisans and our small medium enterprise communities.
Now for more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World Online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.